A city of gold, a city of power, a city so legendary it appears in both history and religion. But today, almost nothing remains. This is Babylon.
Over 4,000 years ago, on the fertile lands between two great rivers, the Tigris River and the Euphrates River, a city began to rise. Its name was Babylon. Located in the heart of Mesopotamia, which means the land between the rivers, this place had rich soil, plenty of water, and good roads for trade. At first, it was just a small town, but it slowly grew into one of the most powerful cities in the ancient world. People came here for business, learning, and worship. Babylon reached its first great height under strong kings. One of the greatest was King Hammurabi. He ruled from about 1792 to 1750 BCE. Hammurabi united many cities under one rule and created something very important, the Code of Hammurabi. This was one of the world's first written law codes. It had 282 laws carved on a tall stone pillar. The laws covered everything: trade, family, crime, and even how to treat slaves. The most famous idea? An eye for an eye. If someone hurt you, the punishment should match the harm. But it also said the law should apply fairly to everyone, rich or poor. This was a big step forward for justice in the ancient world.
After some quieter years, Babylon had its true golden age under King Nebuchadnezzar II. He ruled from 605 to 562 BCE and turned the city into a masterpiece. He built massive walls that were said to be so thick 2 chariots could drive on top of them side by side. He created grand temples for the gods, especially the god Marduk. Wide streets were paved and the city became huge, home to maybe 100,000 to 200,000 people. But the most famous wonder he is linked to? The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Ancient writers described towering gardens filled with trees, flowers, and flowing water. They looked like a green mountain rising in the dry desert. Water was lifted high up using clever machines, maybe something like screws or pumps. It was a miracle of engineering. The story says Nebuchadnezzar built them for his wife, who missed the green hills of her homeland. But here's the big mystery. Did they really exist? No clear proof has been found in the ruins of Babylon. No Babylonian writings mention them. Archaeologists have dug for years and found nothing that matches the descriptions. Some experts think the gardens were real, but maybe in a different city, like Nineveh. Others believe they were just a beautiful legend, a story that grew bigger over time. Even today, it remains one of the greatest unsolved puzzles of the ancient world. Babylon was also famous for its incredible buildings. The most beautiful and famous one was the Ishtar Gate. Built by Nebuchadnezzar II, it was the grand entrance to the inner city. It was covered in shining deep blue glazed bricks. Golden dragons and bulls decorated the walls, symbols of power and the gods. People walked through it on a long processional street during festivals. It felt like entering a divine place. Even today, the original pieces that survive are amazing. A large reconstruction stands in the Pergamum Museum in Berlin, and you can still see parts of the real gate at the site in Iraq. But no empire lasts forever. In 539 BCE, Babylon was conquered by Cyrus the Great of the Persian Empire.
The city did not fall after a long, bloody battle. Instead, it fell through smart strategy. According to some stories, the Persians lowered the water level of the Euphrates River and walked in under the walls. Cyrus entered peacefully and even respected the local gods and customs. Babylon became part of the huge Persian Empire. Over time, the city slowly lost its power and importance. New capitals rose. Wars and floods damaged the buildings, and Babylon began to fade away. Today, the ruins of Babylon lie near the modern town of Al-Hilla in Iraq, about 85 kilometers south of Baghdad. You can still see broken walls, ancient foundations, and parts of old temples. In 2019, UNESCO named it a World Heritage Site to protect what remains. Much of the site is still unexcavated. The high water table makes digging difficult, but the echoes of that once great civilization are still there, silent but powerful. Babylon was more than just a city. It was a symbol of human ambition, intelligence, and creativity. A place where the first written laws were made, where grand architecture rose, and where imagination created wonders that still amaze us. It gave us ideas about justice, engineering, and city planning that influenced the world for thousands of years. Even today, Babylon refuses to be forgotten. Its story reminds us great civilizations can rise and fall, but their ideas and mysteries live on.